Hello everybody, check one, check two. This is Derek Bros. Today is Sunday, October 15th, I believe. This is day 9 of the Decentralize Your Life tour, and we are headed to Washington, D.C., about an hour away. Before I get started and tell you guys about what we're getting into today, please give me a thumbs up, let me know you can hear me okay. Go ahead and share this video on all the pages you like, your pages, your personal profile, any groups you're a part of, anywhere that you think people might want to learn about events going on in their community. Especially tag people you know who are in DC, and we'll get started. We're going to share it out real quick on our pages, and if you guys can do the same, that would be awesome. And as I said, day 9 on the road. This is the last week, the final few days of the Decentralize Your Life tour. So much thanks and gratitude to everybody around the country who's been supporting us. Shout out to Bree and to Patrick and everybody who supported us last night in Northampton, Massachusetts. We had a great event at the Thrive Little Community Center. Did our meditation, we had some talks, discussions, and everything's been going great. And today we continue on. We are in Washington, D.C. We'll be at the Uptown Art House. Not sure the street exactly, but if you search Uptown Art House in D.C., you'll find it. There's only one of them. And we're going to be there from 4 to 7 p.m. doing our event. And I'm excited because this is our usual stuff. You know, Miriam's going to host the meditation. I'm going to do my presentation on agorism and on freedom cells and building community. But what makes this event even more exciting is because today was supposed to be a day off. We were going to just hang out and continue our drive down south. But someone reached out to us and asked if I would be willing to do an event today in DC if they helped schedule it. And so I'm very thankful. I believe it's Dwayne. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I can't remember off the top of my head. But he reached out and he found us the Uptown Art House. So we partnered with another event. And it's really cool because I think the events go well together. So from 4 to 7 p.m. we'll be at the Uptown Art House. Miriam's going to host her guided meditation. I'm going to give my presentation on creating freedom in our lives, the philosophy of agorism, self-governance. I'll tell my story of drug addiction and prison and how I overcame that and what I'm doing now. I'll talk about journalism, talk about building local power and creating systems in our world, in our communities that actually represent what we want rather than depending on corporate and state power. So lots of information. I name drop lots of books and ideas and apps and websites. So bring your pen, bring your notepad, come ready to learn. Once again, invite your friends. We're in DC today, 4 to 7 p.m. at the Uptown Art House. And after our event wraps up, immediately following that, about 6:30 or 7, there will be another event that we tagged along with that's called Psychedelics and Social Justice, and it's a presentation by Dr. Thomas. I can't remember his last name, but it sounds like it'll be really interesting. He's looking at, of course, the science, the developing science and research into psychedelics and the mental health benefits to psychedelics, psychedelic therapy, and how that intersects with the ideas of social justice. So pretty interesting. I haven't heard anything like that before, so we'll check that out. But also tonight, after our event, we're going to be going to feed the homeless. We've been trying to do action days in every city. We've had a little bit of trouble the past couple of days because we've been in such a rush and went from Philly, Baltimore to Philly to New York, up to Northampton, and then all the way back down now. So we've got a car full of burritos and fruit, organic fruit and snacks that our friend in Philly made, and we're going to partner up with a local activist who I need to call in a few moments, who does homeless outreach, and after our event we'll be going out to pass out those items. And the goal of that, the reason we're doing that in every city is because we believe in the idea of anarchism, self-ownership, sometimes known as voluntarism, this idea that we can create a world free of force, coercion, violence, and harm, and where all relationships are voluntary, consensual, and peaceful. And what that means is we want to show people that we can take care of ourselves without coercive relationships. And government is absolutely a forced, coercive, violent relationship. You have no choice in it. They force you to abide by their ideas and what they say. And if you try to get out of that, there are consequences. But increasingly, people are finding tools to decentralize their lives, to opt out, to unplug, and to create more value without the need for corporate and state power. And that's what our whole tour is about. So we want to show that in action. We don't want to just talk about it philosophically. My books explain these concepts much more in detail, but at the basic foundational principle of this is that if we believe that we can create a world without violence, without corporations, and without state interference, then we have to show people, we have to lead by example. And that's what the conscious resistance is all about. That's what the Decentralize Your Life tour is about, leading by example, sharing meditation, sharing ideas that can help elevate all of our lives, and putting it into action, volunteering at community gardens, feeding the homeless, cleaning up parks, cleaning up beaches, whatever it takes, whatever people want us to do. So we're thankful to everybody who's participated. We're thankful to everybody who's gave us a place to stay, who fed us, who listened to us, who shared their story with us, who bought books and shirts and everything. I mean, it's just been such a magical experience every night having somebody look me into the eyes and say, your work helped me, or thank you for coming here. You know, even if they didn't know who I was before the event. By the end of it, we are now closer, we're friends, and we're on the way to being family. So I'm thankful for that, and I'm thankful to each of you. One more time, today we're in Washington, D.C. at the Uptown Art House. We'll be there from 4 to 7, and afterwards we're going to go feed the homeless. Tomorrow evening we are in Asheville, North Carolina, and then Tuesday we end the event, end the tour, end the traveling part of the tour, in Atlanta, Georgia, and then Friday we'll be back in Houston for our final event, the end of the tour celebration. So all of my friends in Houston, please come out. And if you want to find these full dates and details, you can see the events and the calendars and the Facebook events. Check out theconsciousresistance.com/tour. theconsciousresistance.com/tour. And if you've never heard of us before, give our page a like, give our YouTube channel a check. There's lots of videos, interviews, tons of content that we've been doing over the past few years, all geared towards elevating humanity, giving people the tools they need to decentralize and to empower themselves. So thank you to our sponsor, Bitcoin.com. Thank you to everybody who's supported us on this road trip, and hopefully we'll see some of you tonight, tomorrow, and Tuesday. And to my friends back in Houston, I look forward to seeing you guys. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your afternoon. Hopefully you can spend some of it with us. And remember, you are powerful, you are beautiful, and you are free. Peace.